All right, man. So we're going to keep talking about this Young Thug situation because this seems to be the one topic that is taking over hip hop media. Like every outlet is reporting a news story about these leaks, man. Now, for those of you who don't know, Young Thug, during his time incarcerated fighting his case, the longest case in Georgia state history, he was on some phone calls with a couple of people, man. One of those people specifically being 21 Savage, the other being his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, and other various people throughout his life, right? Now, you would think, like, okay, jail phone calls, he's just talking about stuff. But, man, these jail phone calls that have been leaked on Young Thug have so much tea in them. I don't know. It's got the streets going piping hot. Pause on that. I don't know why I had to pause it, but just rock with me. Regardless, man, it seems that Young Thug and the things that he said in these jail calls are things he never thought would get out because he's talking about other artists from the A list to the Z list. He's talking about other people out there in the streets and things like that. But one thing I got to say, man, and a lot of people, man, they keep calling, using this snitch word, throwing it around and stuff. When I listen to these tapes, these leaks of Young Thug, my honest opinion is I hear a guy who's in jail, who's on the phone, talking to his homeboys, man. If you ever gotten a phone call from somebody in jail, they want to talk about any and everything under the sun because that might be their entertainment. They might not have a TV in their room. They might not have a TV on their floor. They might not even have a TV to look at more than once or twice a week or magazines or anything like that. You know what I mean? So them being on the phone during these jail calls is sometimes their only outlet to talk to people and to feel a little bit of the outside life. I know, you saying, God dang, big, you shoot him a lot of bail. But I got to keep it real because just the demeanor, all the laughing, the cutting up, it just sounds like two guys on the phone when him and 21 Savage are talking, and they just amongst homeboys gossiping. Things that everybody does. You do that. People do that every day. They call their friends and they gossiping about maybe even their other friends and stuff like that. This is a normal thing. What makes it crazy is Young Thug obviously never thought these would get out there, and he obviously didn't know that people would be able to find out the facts that he felt about these certain way about certain individuals, that he felt a certain way about Gunna, his exact and actual opinion about Gunna that 21 Savage got leaked. What he felt about Kendrick Lamar got leaked. Everything that he talked about, different things in Atlanta and stuff like that. But one thing you got to say about Young Thug, nothing that he said over that phone can get anybody arrested that I've seen so far. I'm going to knock on wood because so far, nothing that he has said seems like snitching. Nothing that he said seems anything outside of just two friends gossiping. And that's what him and 21 Savage were doing. And that's what him and Mariah the Scientist was doing. Now, since it's his girl, you might call it pillow talking. But with 21 Savage, you could just call it, they just talking, man. They just having a phone conversation. And during phone conversations, you talk about a multitude of things with everybody that you're talking to, man. And the people that he knows in his circle and the people he has complaints about just happen to be the A-list in the rap game. It happens to be Kendrick Lamar. It happens to be Gunna. It happens to be all these other people. You know what I mean? So one specific person we're going to talk about today is Lil Durk because as these leaks are coming out, and I'll say this, and I said this live, I think that somebody is sitting down listening to all of Young Thug's conversations and leaking these out as soon as they hear something big or somebody's name because that's how it feels. They come out in bits and pieces. These are coming out in bits and pieces. Now, there's a lot of theories about who's behind these leaks. Some people feel like it's Fannie Willis's team, and the people at the DA's office are sore because they lost the case against YSL. Other people feel like, man, it might be somebody who's in their inner circle that's leaking these calls. Some people even feel it's Young Thug himself. I don't know where that benefits him throughout the rap game, leaking these himself, but some people feel that way. But today we got a leak of Young Thug talking about none other than Lil Durk. So, man, let's check this out.
It gotta be. What's up with the boy Durk? You spoke to the boy Durk?
Yeah.
You need to make that nigga. You need to make that nigga. I don't know. I did a lot of player shit for the boy too though when the boy career went where it supposed to be, man. Pluto. I was really locked in with him, get really fucking with him. But I don't know. He acting a little different. I don't like that, man.
What you mean?
Like,
what he?
I done sent him a few songs. He just like, Um, shit, I know for sure going right up. He just goddamn taking his time, you know, nigga go to
Man,
jail,
that's
4-5 days,
yeah.
10 days later, just like that little type shit like that.
Now, in this part right here, what he's basically doing is talking to 21 Savage. So this is Young Thug once again talking to 21 Savage. I know this is where a lot of these details and phone calls or the clips from the phone calls are coming from, his communications with 21 Savage, because, you know, he has a camaraderie with him. He obviously feels like that's one of his homeboys and it's somebody he can vent with who's also in the industry. Because at this very same time, Young Thug is locked up fighting his case. He's also still trying to run his label, man. He had an album that he released at this time. He had different collaborations that he was trying to clear for different artists, for himself, for his project, for Gunna. So he's still trying to handle business while he's sitting in jail. And it sounds like he's got an issue at this time with Lil Durk. And he said Pluto, but I'm not sure if he means Future or not.
Man, you got going on, man.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
nigga,
I already know what you mean.
like, man, nigga done did too much shit for you, man. Watch out, nigga.
Yeah.
He did that
Then
to
when
my
this shit
album,
dropped.
so yeah, I want them on my.
Now, that part I wonder about. He said, we didn't did too much for you, and he's talking about Lil Durk, or either he's talking about Pluto, either Future, you know what I'm saying? But he's saying, we did too much for you.
Yeah, yeah. He sent a
On the
song
pump.
from my last album. Yeah, it gotta be. What's up with the boy
Like you
Durk? You
said,
fuck with the boy
it's
Durk?
Yeah.
You need to make that
course.
nigga. You need to make that nigga. You know, I don't know. I did a lot of player shit for the boy too, though. When the boy career went where it supposed to be, man, Pluto. I was really like locked in with him, like get rid.
Okay, he said me and Pluto. So he's like, him and Future looked out for Lil Durk when Lil Durk's career was waning. Because remember, there was a time period there where Lil Durk's career was hurting, man. After his Dage Loaf, they tried to do the relationship thing, and that kind of failed. You know, he finally came into his own with drill, when he went more drill.
Really fucking with him, but I don't know. He acting a little different. I don't like that, man.
What you mean?
Like,
What he
I done sent him a few songs. And he just like, shit. I know for sure going right up. He just goddamn taking his time, you know, nigga go to
Man,
jail,
that's
4-5 days,
Yeah.
10 days later, just like that little type shit. Like, man, you got going on, man.
I love the fact that 21 Savage and Young Thug are just gossiping like this, man. And it ain't gossiping, to be real, man. It was just a regular phone call between homeboys. Everybody does this, man. And I know it seems like I'm shooting Young Thug a lot of bail, but come on, man. This is just a regular phone call. And like I said before, I have yet to hear him say anything that would hurt somebody in the streets. So I don't see this ain't snitching, man. This is just talking.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I
nigga,
already know what you mean.
like, man, nigga done did too much shit for you, man. Watch out, nigga.
Yeah.
He did that
Then
to
when
my
this
last
shit
album,
dropped.
so yeah, I want them on
For
my
real?
last album. Yeah. He sent a
On the
song
pump.
he sent a song for my last album. Yeah, he sent a song for it. Then goddamn, when it's time to clear the song, he don't clear the song, so the song didn't make the album. Like, little
He
shit
ain't
like
cleared.
that. Man, didn't clear the song.
What you mean ain't cleared the song?
Yeah, he did. He worked out. Then you get on the internet, keep talking.
Yeah, judging by their demeanor and the fact that they're both laughing and, you know, they're kind of judging the conversation and they're talking about business as well. Because you got to remember, 21 Savage owns his label. He's a boss. Same with Young Thug, owns his label. He's a boss. So they got boss things that they got to do. And this just sounds like they talking music industry stuff. I don't take this as a Lil Durk diss, even though a lot of people on this team did.
Man, thug, this and that, man. Cut that cap ass shit out, man. You rapping be crazy, boy. You rapping hell, boy. It gotta be. What's up with that the song for it? Then goddamn, when it's time to clear the song, he don't clear the song, so the song didn't make the album. Like, little
He
shit
ain't
like
cleared.
that. Man, didn't clear the song.
What you mean ain't cleared the song?
Yeah, he did. He worked out. Then you get on the internet, keep talking about thug, this and that, man. Cut that cap ass shit out, man. You rapping be crazy, boy.
Yeah, now that's the end of that. But you can tell from that audio that Young Thug and 21 Savage, it was kind of a jovial conversation. Like they're both in a happy mood talking about this. So this was just Young Thug venting about the business to another guy in the business that he's got camaraderie with, man. This ain't too much. But the crazy part about it is After this clip went out there and people really started to digest what he had said, some people from Lil Durk's camp got upset, man. One of those being a guy by the name of OTF Twin. Now, OTF Twin, you probably heard his name several times out there, especially during the time where there was the whole King Von shooting and there was a lot of beef and things going on in the streets. Well, he took to social media to comment on this situation as well. Now, this is a post that OTF Twin made on his story on social media. So basically, he said this, and he's talking about Young Thug, and this is a response to the audio leak about Young Thug talking about Lil Durk. And you know, OTF Twin, he's 300, he's OTF, it's in the name, right? So he says this, he says, that cat on them phones gossiping like a straight, I'll never trust a cat that put on makeup and a dress. So basically, he's saying that, you know, he's throwing shots at Young Thug because, you know, the whole makeup and dress thing, even though, you know, we've already overlooked that. Nobody really is tripping on that. Nobody's tripping on Young Thug about that. We still enjoy his music. We still enjoy Gunna, man. Gunna never wore a dress, so let me not confuse the two. You know, Young Thug is the only one who early in his career did that. But, you know, I guess he's throwing shots at him for that. But also, he's throwing shots at him for gossiping on the phone. And to be honest, I get it, man. It sounds bad, and it looks bad with these leaks. So especially when he's mentioning people's name that you're cool with. Like OTF Twin, like I said, it's in the name, man. He's a very close associate of Durk, Lil King Von, all the guys from Chicago who on that BD side and that whole thing that went down and everything that's been going on in hip-hop. So he's going to go out there and he's going to speak on Lil Durk's behalf because Lil Durk is locked up. And I'm sure Lil Durk is wondering, like, what in the world is my name buzzing about now, even though he's got his own federal case that he has to fight and try to win. So OTF Twin just went to dissing, you know, Young Thug about all these things that we've seen so far, man. So this is a crazy one, man. And I don't think, to be honest, I don't think this will be the end of it, man. I know when it comes to Young Thug and these leaked phone calls, he's probably sitting on the edge of his seat like, man, what else did I say that's going to come out? Because anything he said to 21 Savage is getting released. Anything he said in his communications with his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist, is getting leaked. And let's not figure out anybody else that he was talking to because it feels like somebody is sitting back and leaking all this stuff as they listen through it for the good parts. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there's going to be more to talk about later, man, with this whole Young Thug situation.